What you doing? Hey guys, my name is Lindsay and I am with Perfectly Pastry. Who's Perfectly Pastry? We are a local bakery in Waterloo, Illinois. How are you doing? If you're watching me live, use, I don't know why I don't remember this, a heart. Let me know if you're watching me live. If you're watching me on replays, use hashtag replay. And if it's the first time you've ever called me live, use number 1. Let me know. Like, hey girl, it's the first time I've ever called you live. I say that every single week. I've been saying that for not since I've started my lives, but at least for a good 2 solid years every single week. And for some reason, I did not have that memorized today. It is what it is. Did you like my intro? Yeah. Does it sound familiar to anybody? Hopefully, I'm not the only nerd who watches Phineas and Ferb. My kids have bbeen watching Phineas and Ferb faithfully. My eldest child loved it when she was younger. So then we had my middle child watch it, even though it was, I think it was coming off of air when we had my middle one watching it. And then we have Disney Plus. It popped up and we were like, we should really have my youngest watch it. Like she would love Phineas and Ferb. And so it has been the thing that we have been watching lately. We all love Bluey in my house, but we've been watching Phineas and Ferb most often. And so my youngest is always going around being like, what you doing? Just like and Phineas and Ferb. So that's where I got my intro. Otherwise, I didn't know what I was going to say. So I'm not going to keep you guys on here super long. I know, like, goodness, I have spoken so much in I think the last 3 lives were like 20 minutes or longer. And it's like, girl, like, what could you talk about for 20 minutes? Seriously, last week, if I didn't rein that in, I could have probably spoke for an hour last week. See, I didn't do that to you, right? I didn't. So yay me. So this week I thought, all right, I'm going to keep to my promise. I'm going to make it quick. I'll make it short. We'll kind of go over some things and then I will let you get back to the rest of your day and the rest of your week. It's kind of fun because, you know, it's Labor Day week. And so like our weeks are short and everything, but like I keep forgetting that our week is short and I'm like, oh, Wednesday is here already. And I was not quite ready for that. So I'll give you guys some insight. So I came back this summer from traveling and I was like, oh my gosh, I thought of the best parent hack. Call it parent hack, call it lazy hack, call it bad parenting. I don't really care what you want to call it, but I thought it was an ingenious idea. I made my 2 older kids choose a day that they are in charge of not only making dinner, but they actually have to plan dinner, submit me their recipe because I'm not eating anything that's just like gross, and like give me this like ingredients list that they need me to purchase, right? And so we've been doing that I guess for a month now. And the other rule is they cannot repeat anything more than once a month. So, in a 4-week calendar, right? Like they can't be like, I'm going to do hamburgers and then try to make hamburgers again in 3 weeks. I mean, they cannot make what the other person is making. So I'm not a big pasta fan. So only one kiddo gets pasta a week. And so like they're fighting over always who gets pasta. Anyway, so I make my my older 2 choose a day that they're going to make dinner. So, my eldest is in charge of Mondays because she has band Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then my middle child is in charge of Wednesdays. And then my youngest, she helps me on Thursday. So I try to plan a meal that she can assist in so that she can learn to cook. So at first I thought, oh my gosh, best lazy parenting hack ever. And then I realized, oh my gosh, actually, this is a really great parenting hack that not only serves me, but like it really truly helps my kids. Like I couldn't believe it. So here's a few things that I did. So my eldest, she is notorious for forgetting things. She's notorious for not following directions. She's notorious for not being able to follow recipes. And so I don't help them. I just remind them, and then I remind them when I'm placing an order for groceries, and then that's it. So my eldest, like the second week or whatever, thought she'd call my bluff. And so she didn't really place an order. And I thought, okay. I mean, I knew that I had something that she could make in the pantry. So I was like, this sucks for her, right? So I let it go. I didn't say anything. And her dinner day comes around. I'm like, okay, cool. What are you going to make? And she's like, oh, I'm going to make pizza. I was like, okay, cool. Go through the cabinets. I'm not sure I have anything. Oh, no. Like I want to make frozen pizzas. I'm like, okay, cool. Go look in the freezer, right? Because I knew that I didn't have frozen pizzas. And she's like, there's no pizzas in there. I was like, oh, did you put that on the order? And she's like, no, I know, super passive aggressive, but I was trying to get my point across. I was like, oh, did you put that on the order? And she's like, no. I was like, okay, so I didn't buy those things for you. Like I told you, you have to give me your list so that I can purchase them for you. So not only that, but I'm not going to let you do things like frozen pizzas. I'm like, I see where you're going with that. And I didn't think you were ever going to go that way, but I'm going to let you know now, like, that's not an option. She was like, well, what am I going to make? And I'm like, I don't know. You didn't submit your list. You didn't have time. And then she gave me all these excuses. I didn't have time to plan. I had band Friday. We went to Disney. And I'm like, girl, it's a 3-hour drive there and back to Disney. In 3 hours, you couldn't come up with something. I'm like, you chose not to. So I made her find something. And we ended up settling on hamburgers and french fries because I happened to know that they were in there. But like, I was like, that's on you. Like, I asked you to submit a list so that we can plan it out. And it's been working great. I mean, she had that flub up, but you know what? She's been on top of it ever since that because she was just like, oh, okay, mom's serious. And then my middle child, same thing. She likes to like blow things off and stuff, but she's been pretty good. She's been really excited about it. It's a little harder for her sometimes to think of things. At least my eldest can like get on Pinterest on her own and like find ideas. My middle one, like I have to assist with that one a little bit more, but they're doing it and it's been great. They've learned all kinds of skills. My eldest decided to make gumbo, right? Gumbo. I don't know. I don't eat it. So I don't eat shrimp and stuff. So she made it and she had to learn to make a roux and it didn't actually turn out. It turned out the flavor was there. Like she had the flavor there, but it was really liquidy. So like she realized she didn't quite make her roux right. She realized like how complicated that can be. And one of the other things is they have to pick things that everybody in the house is going to eat. And if not, they can make it, will make all the other kids try it, but they need to have like an alternative in mind. My middle child is extremely picky. She has some texture issues and some food issues that we have learned through the years that we can't actually force food upon her when it comes to like, you either eat it or you don't. That doesn't work in our house. And so we usually have some alternative. She has to try it. She has to try everything, but she can then get an alternative. So I say to my other kids, make sure you have an alternative and in case somebody doesn't like it, right? And it's been going really well. They've been learning all kinds of new techniques. They've been learning about having to see what's in our pantry and see what groceries that we need. And when they don't make the plan, they realize like mom's still holding you to it. You still have to figure it out. So actually my experiment has worked wonderfully. And again, I literally was like, oh, look at me. I have this like cool parenting hack. And it turned out to be way better than I had expected. I don't know why I was like, oh, my kids don't need to learn to cook. Like I cooked when I was a kid. I cooked all the time when I was a kid. My sister cooked when she was a kid. Like my sister can't cook very well. Well, that's not fair. My sister has learned to cook over the years, but for a while, it was a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. Like she could mess up macaroni and cheese. I know. People ask me, well, how is that possible? I don't know. Ask her. That's her thing. But no, over the years, my sister has gotten better. She's going to be like, girl, don't even say those things. But she really has gotten better. She was terrible, like when she was younger. Anyway, so I thought I would just like talk about that. I don't know. That was totally random tangent. I am not sure where I got off on that. But anyways, that is what I've been doing in my household. And so I thought I would share this, I thought I would share with you guys this week, like some of the things that are coming up over the next couple of months. One, I wanted to let you guys know that the Explore Waterloo event is this weekend. So if you're like, oh, I don't really know what I want to do, come and explore Waterloo. We have all kinds of great shopping, restaurants. There's wonderful places to get drinks, desserts, and all the in between. So we want to invite you this weekend to come and explore Waterloo. While you're exploring Waterloo, we actually have a wonderful drawing called the Passport, the Waterloo Passport. If you want to stop in any of the participating merchants, you get a little booklet and you go to each of the stores. You have to do like a little activity that they have listed and then you get a stamp. Those are accepted until September 15th. So this weekend is the perfect time to like go around because those that are part of Explore Waterloo are also part of the Passport. Some of us aren't, but most of us are in there. So it'd be a great time, right? Like get your stamps, then you get to turn them in and you get all kinds of great gifts in from us merchants and things like that. The other thing that is coming up is Witches Night Out. I know you guys love this event. I know that. We as a merchant, we don't actually participate in Witches Night Out as a merchant. It actually starts after we have closed and we don't stay open for that, but we definitely participate in the activities. We love to dress up and go explore during Witches Night Out. It is a lot of fun. I am sad to say I personally have not been able to do that. I would love it. I am such a fan of dressing up. It is definitely like one of my favorite things. I love dressing up and going to the Renaissance Fair. I love dressing up for Halloween. I love dressing up when we go to Mickey's Not So Scary. Like I love to dress up. I think I have 2 totes, like one ginormous tote and one medium-sized tote of like costumes galore. Like I love to make costumes. I love to go to the thrift store and buy different things and like create and design costumes. Now, I do not sew. I do not have artistic ability. My experience with sewing is I need to be able to cut it and tie it together. I'm going to show my nerd side. So when we go to Mickey's Not So Scary, one of the years I went as Trixie. She is one of the Country Bears from Country Bear Jamboree, and I cannot sew. So I took this fuzzy fabric I found at, I don't know, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, something like that, right? And I cut it out to look similar to a tank top, and then I cut like a little neck, and then I slit the sides and I tied them. Genius, I know. So I tied them so that I could put it on and put it off and stuff like that. So even though I'm oh, I love to make the costumes, I love to make the costumes as long as I can glue or tie. Outside of that, it ain't happening. But yeah, so Witch's Night Out would really be up my alley. I don't have anything out here like that. I don't know. Maybe I can get the girls for book club to do a Witch's Night Out with me. I don't know. I mean, I've only been to book club once. My next book club is, I think it's next Tuesday, so I'm a little nervous, but that's exciting. Anyway, so that is totally up my alley, but I haven't been able to participate with that. One of these days I will be. Anyways, so I just want to let you guys know that those things are coming up in Waterloo. So put them on the calendar. It's Explore Waterloo this weekend. The final passports are due September 15th. If you're going to already be out and about, you might as well just go get those booklets stamped. You can pick one up in our shop if you're like, I don't know where to pick it up. And I'll do one better. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this. Boom. If you're like, I don't know where you're located. There you go. Now you do. Now you have no reason not to stop by, pick up your passport, and go explore Waterloo. Exactly. The other thing that I want to remind you guys is that Grinchmas in the Loo is coming. If you're like, girl, what are you talking about? Oh, you missed it. You missed it. No, you did not miss it. But you did miss my live where I was super duper excited. I mean, I was so excited. I am still so excited. But yeah, just so you know, Grinchmas in the Loo is coming to Waterloo. The big green guy will be in our shop throughout the holiday season. That is correct. We actually have several days that he is going to be in the shop. You can come and take pictures. You can pick up some tasty treats, but we also have some events going on. We have a mini photo session that will be held at our shop. You do have to pre-register. It is with the local photographer. She'll come in, do family mini sessions with you. You will get your digital copies to be able to take with you and print. I do know that she's working on being able to give you guys some options so that you can do some mugs and things like that. I know she's working on that for me. I don't have the details for it yet, but really excited about that. That's going to be December 4th. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I could use those for Christmas cards. Yes, you can. And we would definitely love to have you in the shop and be able to share that time with your family and get those adorable mini photo sessions with the Grinch and your family. So definitely let me know if you're interested in that. You can go to the website and sign up. You will get updates on what's going on, and we'll keep you in the loop of everything that's happening. The other thing that we are going to be doing is cookies and story time with the Grinch. How adorable. Yes, I know. The Grinch will be there. We will have a story, and then the children can enjoy cookies. So if you're interested about that, you can definitely go to the website, check it out, and sign up for that. All right, you guys, I promised I would keep it short, sweet, and to the point, and I am holding myself accountable to that, right? Look at that time. It's been 13 minutes and 33 seconds. Nothing like the last several lives when I just went on and on, right? I know. Okay, you guys, I will hop off of this. If you're watching this live, you really should be liking us and following us on Facebook. If you're not watching this on Facebook and you happen to catch it somewhere else, you should like and follow us on social media. Yes, if Facebook's not your jam, I totally get it. We are on other social media. We are at Perfectly Pastry on all the other social media. It is only Facebook that I royally messed that up. And we are at Perfectly Pastry Bakery on Facebook. Again, all the other ones is at Perfectly Pastry. If you are watching us, definitely like and follow us on social media. If you're like, oh my gosh, I have to see the Grinch this Christmas, then make sure that you go and check out our website, sign up for the notification so that you can keep up to date. All right, I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to give you back your time. You enjoy the rest of your lunch. You enjoy the rest of the week. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. All right, you guys, we will see you this weekend. Bye.